Depression. Yes, because that is a deep topic. Let's talk about it.
Let's
So,
go.
what's going on with you?
Shit, life.
Life? You good?
No, I'm not good, but
Why
I'm
you
gonna
not
be all
good?
right. Cause I'm going through it. Going through depression.
What depression are you going through?
Shit, the loss of my sister, the loss of my job, finding out my husband cheated, just everyday struggles.
Interesting. So, it's a lot of women going through shit like that. You know what I mean? So, let's talk about the loss of your sister, if you don't mind. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Let's go. Talk to the people. Let them know.
She was basically my best friend. She found out she had heart failure in 2006, in February of 2006, and then she survived a couple of heart attacks, 2 major strokes, several heart attacks, like a lot of heart attacks, 2 major strokes, and she lost her fight May 21st of 2019.
That's big because I knew your sister and she was a great woman. And that's real big because a lot of people can't endure that. And that's basically letting people know that God is great. Because when you fight that many battles and still live on before it's your time to go, that ain't nothing but God. So, shout out, to the fallen ones and, to the loved ones we've lost. But now, let's go a little deeper. What's really going on?
So, not only did I lose my sister in March of 2019, I found out my husband had a child on me after being married to him for 8 years. I had a little DM message on my Instagram page, and this chick told me that she was trying to get in contact with him in regards to her daughter.
So how did that make you feel, not knowing over 8 years without him telling you that he had a daughter?
Oh, I had all kind of emotions going on. Shit. Like I wasn't worthy enough. Like basically what made you cheat? You know what I mean? And men don't even have the excuse. Women don't have an excuse as to why they cheat. But like I don't know. I just felt like it was something that I'd done. I blamed myself for him cheating on me. And the baby part, I don't know. I don't know. It was all kind of different emotions. I'm dealing with the struggle that my sister is dealing with. You know what I mean? Because I was her in-home caretaker. So I'm dealing with her and her sickness, and then come to find this out, like that shit, it took a lot out of me. Emotions, I can't even describe them. I'm just like, everything, every emotion that you could think of, I'm going through it.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't want you to say that you felt like it was your fault or anything because do you really know if he was cheating while you was married or has this already happened before you got married?
She told me she sat on it 2 weeks before we got married. So he was married to me for 8 years already.
Okay.
And I found out he was married to me for 9 years. I'm sorry, he was married for 9 years, and I found out that he had an 8-year-old daughter. 8 years later.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's a very interesting situation because me being a man and I haven't been in that type of situation before, but me being a man and a real man keeping it 100, you have to let the woman know. And because I think if you tell the truth, it would be a better outcome and a better result. But by you hiding and not telling the truth and letting somebody find out, it's like saying if you go looking for some shit, you're going to find some shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I'm never the one to look for it.
Exactly. So the truth will reveal itself.
Indeed.
You know what I mean? So But I want to know what's really got you in a deep depression mode. I mean, I know we talked a few days ago, and you said the doctors said that you was diagnosed with depression. So, what is really going on? Because it's a lot of women going out there, it's a lot of women out there going through the things that you're going through, and they just don't have the source or the meanings to where they can express themselves. So we're gonna let them know that there's somebody out there like them going through the same situation. So, like, really let me know and really let the people know and break it down.
Um, just thoughts, like daily living. Not being able to do the things that I was once able to do. I struggle with back issues. I have arthritis in my entire back. I have a lumbar spine. Something going on with my lumbar spine. Just a couple of different health issues going on due to work injury. So I'm not able to do what I used to do back in the days, like,
Right.
just enjoy a simple walk on the beach, like
Right.
a simple walk through the mall, just a simple, just spending time with my daughters. Like I got a 17-year-old daughter, a 28-year-old daughter, and the things that we used to do, I can't do that no more. We used to go walking down Venice Beach, go walking down Santa Monica Pier, like, you know what I mean? Just little different things. I can't do that. So I just stay at home so I won't hold them back. But by me staying at home and just being in those four walls, you know what I mean? It's nothing to do. It's only so much cleaning a woman can do, you know what I mean?
Right,
It's only so much talking on the phone or conversating with people, whatever. I don't want to do that all the time. So I'm sitting in my room constantly. I really don't watch TV like that. I'm on the phone playing games and stuff. But like when all of that is said and done and I'm just sitting there, I start to think back to March 14th and the fact that I lost my sister. She's no longer here.
Right.
The fact that I can't do the things that I used to do with my daughter. So just daily living and not basically staying prayed up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know the God that I serve and I know that he can bring me up out of this. You know what I mean? Like we had the conversation earlier, you know. But my faith had failed, and I'm not gonna lie. As the youngsters will say, I'm not gonna cap. My faith had failed. Like, just like I'm human. You know what I mean? So and just sitting there,
and we do get to that point as men and women, because at one point my faith had failed, but at the same time, you got to know when to repent and break down and give your faith back to God. So go back to what you said. Walks on the beach with the girls, and you're not holding them back. You're holding yourself back. And what I mean by holding yourself back, because your girls are the light of your life.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Indeed, they are.
So that is more positive energy that you can have and that you can endure, because I know them personally.
Right.
And they want to see you do better, get better, and have the things that you want and desire in life. And going to your sister, Jan, that's a person that was in your life that you can always talk to.
Exactly.
So, how are you going to get out this deep depression?
By communicating more, by praying, by reminding myself on a daily to, stay focused and remember the positive things. I mean, to the best of my knowledge, like the best way that I can, like, continue to talk to you, you my daily inspiration, when you're not fussing at me. You know what I mean? But you're like, you're one of my motivators, basically, outside of my girls and my mother,
right.
and my nephew Mari. You're one of the people that help me push through it and know that, you know, it won't always be like this. Trouble don't last always.
Right. Well, it's not even, excuse me, trouble lasting for a while, or however the trouble comes. Is just in order. Like I said, it's just my opinion and my gut feeling. But in order to, and this is what I believe, in order to get out that situation, the depression, you have to change your surroundings.
True.
So if no one is helping, no one is providing, then you have to shake that. Because if not, it's only going to get worse. And this is just the first stage of depression. And once you go like stage 4, it's like cancer.
Right.
You go through phases, you go through stages, levels. So once you get to stage 4 of a deep depression, that shit is hard. That's when you become mentally ill. And this is why we have a lot of mental ill people out here, because they have no one to talk to vent to resolve the problems, that the issues they're having. And when they do talk to people, it's like they're not getting uplifted, they're not getting motivated, they're not getting basically the word of God.
Right.
I'm gonna just put it like that, because that's all what this shit boils down to. You know what I'm saying? So you have to excuse yourself from the people you're around, and that goes for anybody, like family, friends, husband, you know, cousins, brothers, sisters, nieces, nephew. If no one in your life is trying, I ain't gonna even say trying, because trying is for suckers. But if no one is willing to help you come out of that stage of your life, then you got to shake them point blank.
Right. Sometimes we got to get uncomfortable with being comfortable. Like you said, like change your surroundings, and I understand that's very important,
right?
Because a positive mindset feeds off of a positive atmosphere. So it's just like you got to get uncomfortable with being comfortable. We get in our comfort zones, and we're so used to being surrounded by certain people, not knowing that they are the ones that's draining us even the more. You know what I mean?
So
they are the ones that's causing even more depression. And it's easier said than done. Like I said, we got to get uncomfortable with being comfortable.
So my thing is, and I tell people this, and I have to tell myself, I have to listen to my own words sometimes. I don't get comfortable.
Right.
Whether I have a lot of things or a few things, I got a job, I thank God for my job, I thank Him for my health, I thank Him for providing me the necessary tools and the things that I have to provide for my family, and not only for my family, but for me, to keep a roof over my head. Because to me, and I'm going to say it like this, just keep it 100, I don't have nowhere to go. And what I mean by I don't have nowhere to go, yeah, I can call, I talk to Pops, I talk to my mom sometimes, but it's like, I can't go to their house and be like, oh, I'm down out and I need to move in and get my shit together and do this. No, that's not happening for me. That happened once in my life, and that's it. I'm not going to even say I. God took control of the whole situation, to where I don't need to call on nobody but Him.
That's a blessing.
So I don't get comfortable, and I tell people to stop getting comfortable, because there is no comfortability in this life. Right. And when I say in this life, we're from California. The cost of living is high.
Extremely.
The food is high. Gas is high. Just the basic bare necessities that we need to survive, everything is high right now. And that's all due to a pandemic. So do not get comfortable. Get out of a comfort zone,
right,
and make this shit happen. Because it's more out there, and I believe everyone has a purpose.
Indeed.
So you really have to not find, because when you try to do it on your own, you always mess up. But you really have to ask God and for
His guidance.
Thank you, for His guidance, and to see what your purpose is. And I believe that this is my purpose. This is why I did it, because, and I've told this story before on one of the episodes, like I had to really sit back, it may be on an audiobook or one of the episodes, but I had to really sit back and like just see. I had all the tools and the means in front of me to get things going, to be able to do what I'm doing right now with not only you, but with all the other, artists that want to come on the platform and tell their story. So get out that comfort zone, and you gotta make a change, because if not, it's going to get worse.
Yeah.
So, I mean, do you have anything else you want to elaborate on as far as like, what you're going through, or you want to because I know it's women out there that's going through the same thing that you're going through, but they just don't know how to express it or have a way to vent, to talk about it.
Just like I said, just basically find your person. Find someone that you could talk to. Someone that's gonna keep you in that positive mindset and let you know, like I said, that you can get through it. You can get through it. You can get through it, push through it. If you gotta just think about just the mere fact that God blessed you with a child, if you have a child, or just the mere fact that your family members are still here, your mother, your father is still living. If that's your daily inspiration to keep going, and know that eventually we'll come out of it. And I'm saying it because I'm in it, so I can't speak on something that I don't know. I don't really know how to tell you how to exactly come out of it. Like I said, there'll be a part 2.
I can.
There'll be a part 2.
I can tell you.
There will be a part 2.
I can tell you. You want to know? I can tell you.
It's easier said than done, though.
No, it's not.
I feel like it's easier said than done.
No, it's not. You know why? Because you got to go straight to God with this shit, man.
You do.
I'm going to keep it 100.
Okay, so when you're going through it, a lot of the times when you go straight to God, you don't get your answers right away. And I'm sure a lot of people can agree with me on this. You don't get your answers right away. Sometimes God puts you in a waiting period. He does. He puts you in a waiting period. Sometimes he ain't going to give you the answer right away like that. Like, it's not just going to come like that. He does everything in his timing.
Or maybe the answer has been in front of you all the time.
Or maybe it has been. And yeah, and if it has, then God knocked me upside my head again and let me know. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, like, I mean, I do. I talk to God on a daily. And sometimes I honestly just, me being human, I'm going to just keep it a buck right now.
Right.
Sometimes I feel like he don't hear me. And I know that he do, you know what I mean? Because I was born and raised in church, Okay. I know that he's listening, but it's just like, okay.
Okay, now churchy. You say, no, we can go there.
We can get churchy.
Because it all, and it's not even getting churchy, because it all ties into one. Because you just said, maybe he not hearing me, right?
I feel like he don't hear me.
You feel like he's not hearing you sometimes.
Yes.
Okay, now I'm going to fuck you up with this one. Maybe you're not hearing him all the time.
Exactly. And that's when we got to be still and get out of ourselves.
Right.
Hello.
Right.
Hello.
Because he's always there.
I know.
He's not going nowhere.
But that's why I said sometimes I feel like he's not, because I'm in my feelings. And you just said, we got to get out of self. So we got to move out of his way. You know what I mean? Yeah. Stop trying to guide him and follow in his footsteps. Yeah. He's not following yours. You got to follow in his.
And that's just being self-awareness.
Exactly. That's where self-awareness comes in.
Exactly.
And we're all human. Again.
Of course.
I mean, we all make mistakes, and he's
a
forgiving God, and it's
learning
experience.
from the mistakes.
Exactly. We go through and we grow through.
Yeah.
So.
But if you keep going through and don't grow, then it's just
you. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Exactly.
Because he only gonna talk for so long.
Exactly.
He's still gonna be there, but he only gonna talk for so long. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, man, it's depression. Everybody is going through this. If not depression, everybody's going through something.
Yeah. Everybody is definitely going through something.
So, like I said, it's just my belief. You have to stay intertwined and in tune with God.